Hi, and welcome to this seminar. We have two things on our agenda here. First, the usual check-ins and reminders about what's coming up next. Second, with your professional portfolio assignment due soon, we think it might be helpful for you to have a tour of some sample portfolios. We're almost at the end of the term, so you'll want to make sure that you don't miss handing in any of the remaining assignments for COM 202. Your fifth and final blog post is due on Sunday, April 12th, and your last discussion post, number 5, will be due Sunday, April 17th. As for the professional portfolio assignment, please check on the dates as well as other instructions from your own instructor. Now for a look at some professional portfolios. The first one we want to show you is a mock-up of a student portfolio on WordPress, which was actually done by one of our instructors. The nice thing about this exemplar is that it shows you the exact format we are asking you to use. Each writing sample is prefaced by a brief introduction. Let's have a look. There are a few things we want to point out about this first writing sample. First, notice the introduction in bold. It's short, just 4 sentences long. The writer indicates the source of the writing sample, in this case, the trend analysis. The introduction also summarizes which of the writer's skills are highlighted by the sample. And you can see that the focus here is on what it demonstrates to a potential employer. Now, this introduction isn't perfect because the writer forgets to mention which section of the trend analysis is the source of the writing sample. Turning now to the writing sample itself, we want to point out that the sample is a single paragraph in length. In the instructions, we've asked you to choose writing samples that are 150 to 250 words in length. So this sample is a good middle ground. It's just under 200 words. The second thing about this writing sample is that because it paraphrases information from a secondary source, the writer has taken care to include the in-text citation here, as well as the reference listing for this source, which you can see below the sample. Both the in-text citation and the reference listing are in APA format. Bringing our focus back to the whole page now, we can see how the writer has made the portfolio easy to read and navigate by adopting a consistent style, using a particular font and color for the headline that indicates each writing sample. The other thing that works well here is using variations in font to distinguish the introduction to each writing sample from the sample itself. Scrolling down a little bit more here, the other thing we notice is that not all of the writing samples are from COM 202. So, in case you missed it from the instructions, you can also choose writing samples from other courses you are taking. Just remember that at least 2 of your writing samples must be from COM 202. Now, let's have a look at a couple of real student portfolios. Here's one by an English student who is aiming for a career in public relations and marketing. This portfolio is an example of how much you can play with the appearance of a WordPress site to achieve a very professional design. Look how she has organized the tabs across the top of the page, including one for writing samples. Here's another one, in this case by a nursing student. This portfolio looks graphically different from your WordPress site because it was created with the Wix platform. But just like the WordPress portfolio we just looked at, this is also well organized, uncluttered, and professional looking. Thanks for checking out this seminar.